Welcome back, YouTube. Here's a 14-year update on my 2010 F-150 Raptor that's been driven in a salt belt state its whole life, and fluid filmed every fall to keep the rust away. Let's go underneath and see if we can find anything. So you can see all the dirt that's stuck to the film, but it's keeping the metal protected. Go around to the back. All these nuts and bolts are still like new. Check the bumper out. I have taken a fair amount off-road this year down ATV trails and stuff, so at my hunting ground there's some dirt that's stuck to the film, but there is no rust to be found. So that dirt just helps the film adhere and not get washed away so easily. So look at all these little corners here, that's all like new. Go up and look at the wheel well. No rust to be found up there, and it's actually all still pretty wet from last year. So it's kind of getting a thick enough buildup on here that I don't really need to hit too much this year. I'll probably just do a very light coat around everything, and that'll probably be it. So yeah, I mean, all these nuts and bolts in here are still like new. Pinch welds are in great shape up there. A little bit of surface rust right here around the pad on the leaf spring, but that's kind of to be expected. That's about it. Zoom back out. Everything's just a little dirty, but unless it's extremely muddy or something, I'm not going to touch it. The light layer of dirt that's on here and dust, that's just helping the film adhere. Yeah, one thing I did do before I started filming here is each of these little cab supports on the truck were just full of mud and rocks, so I just took a air hose and blew all that out of there. Kind of see a little bit, there's a piece of grass or something that's coming out of there. I'll probably hit that one again with the air hose, but everything else under here just looks great. I hit inside the rockers last year, so I'm not going to touch those this year. And there's some rust on the exhaust, but can't do anything about that. The fluid film just burns right off of it. Yeah, every single nut and bolt on here is just completely unaffected. Those of you aware of what a 14-year-old truck in the Rust Belt would look like, I'm sure you can appreciate how clean all the fasteners are underneath here. Check the inside of the bumper. Nothing. Not even a speck. Just check these fasteners in here. Still look like new. See if we can look inside the frame here a little. No, just dirt. The truck's got about 170,000 miles on it, so. Yeah, even inside of all these little pieces of metal there, I mean, it's like new. Let me see if I can get you up inside of this one. So, it's just dirty, but no rust. Yep, the rocker panel looks in great shape, and those are usually the first to go on this generation of F-150. Just a bunch of dirt stuck in there. No rust. See all the dirt chunks and stuff stuck in there, so I'll be sure to try to get most of that out. Like this little bit in there, I'll try to get that out before I spray. But that's about it. I mean, there's not much to speak of. It kind of looks exactly like it did last year, so I'll pick you guys back up whenever I finish applying. Alright, YouTube, here's the after. Just did a light coat on everything. There really wasn't a whole lot that was washed away over the years since it's got such a buildup on it. That dirt, that thin layer of dirt on there really helps hold the film in place. So, peek underneath here. It looks really good underneath here. Couldn't be happier with fluid film. Check the back. Go around to the other side. You really can't tell this truck's 14 years old and has 170,000 miles on it and is driven in an Illinois winter. So I've got this pressurized sprayer. I put transmission fluid in. What you do is you stick it in. Here's the, it's got a big fan on it, fan tip, so you just stick it in the, let it soak in, get it in the pinch welds in the bottom of the door. And what that's gonna do is creep up the door, the inside of the door, about, I don't know, 6 inches or so. Transmission fluid has a really good creeping property to it, so just get in every little access hole I can get. And I'll just come wipe up the excess in a little bit. But yeah, just hit the doors. And then what I'll do is I'll do the same thing for the tailgate, the other side, and then if there's any access holes in the rocker panel, I hit those as well. So that's how you keep the whole thing treated, keep it from rusting. So see you next year, guys.